Welcome back, Mother Cuppers. Woo! It is week 12, and this is the Thanksgiving special. Yeah, every year I like to give you one of these. It's not a real pre-cup. I'll do one of those later this week. This one's just for Thanksgiving. A time where we get to show how thankful we are to be in this league, getting to play this game of fantasy football with each other. That's the best part. It's you guys. That's why we're here. So I wanted to run it down real quick because there's a lot going on this week. There's 30 players in rosters starting on Thursday and Friday because we have a Black Friday game this week too. I'll be talking about that a little bit as well. 30 players. There's only 108 starting for the whole week. So 28% of them are starting like before Sunday kickoff. There's 10 wide receivers. There's 7 running backs. We got 5 defenses playing, 3 tight ends, 3 QBs, and 2 kickers. So, and pretty much everybody's got somebody playing. We got, well, let me run down the lineup real quick. We have, I'm taking on Derek. Anthony's going against Logan. Paul is taking on Andrew. Greg will be challenging Zach. Nick Manarino will be trying to stay relevant against Nate. And Seth is taking on Chris in a very important matchup. But a couple of these guys barely have anybody playing. Like Anthony doesn't have anybody playing. Anthony hates Thanksgiving. And Greg only has a defense, so he's, kind of whatever on Thanksgiving. But the rest of you guys, you love what's getting ready to happen. Today's a great day. We get to stuff ourselves with delicious, delicious food. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy this episode of the pre-cup, sort of. Anyhow, I'm going to start it off with the appetizer course. The way I like to do this is just match one of these players to a dish that will be served at my Thanksgiving dinner here at the house. My wife's been working nonstop today and will continue on through tomorrow. She does an amazing job. Shout out to you, Paige. You are amazing. I love you. Thank you for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to talk about that and compare them to some players. So we'll start off with the 12:30 game. That is Green Bay traveling to Detroit. So it's the appetizer course. We got David Montgomery. Seth's starting him. And he's going to be the charcuterie plate. Meaty guy. Going to be getting you a bunch of yards. Touching the ball a whole bunch. You love the charcuterie plate. Salty. It's wonderful. David Montgomery. And if you have a charcuterie plate, you should have a cheese plate too. And Andrew will be starting Sam Laporta. And that's this week's cheese plate. Because you're just going to keep going back for more. One more cheese cube. One more piece of brie. It's going to be fine. Thanksgiving dinner's hours away. It's delicious. You're going to keep on going back. And that's what Sam Laporta is going to get. A ton of targets. And who else we got? Oh, there's a new dish this year. It is a jalapeno cranberry dip. And it is wonderful. A little spicy. Real complex. A lot of flavors going on in that one. That one's Jahmyr Gibbs. Because when he gets the ball, you're excited to see what he's going to do with it. Jahmyr Gibbs is the jalapeno cranberry dip. A new addition to Thanksgiving. Gotta love the rookie. So there's another appetizer we love here. And it is Meemaw's Deviled Eggs. And that is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Because it doesn't matter how many times you go back. Those eggs are fantastic. 1, 2, 3, shoot, eat a dozen of them. They are wonderful. And that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. A lot of targets this week. Like always. That's not breaking news. Amon-Ra. Start him if you have him. Logan. And there is one guy on Green Bay's team that was rostered in the lineup, and that's A.J. Dillon. Zach's starting him. And he's the beer. Just close your eyes, take a drink, and hope for the best. A.J. Dillon. Cheers. All right. So those were the appetizers. Now Thanksgiving has a lot of sides. And we have this 4:30 game, and I think there's a lot of side dishes in this one as well. Zach's starting a couple guys. He's starting Dak Prescott. He's going to be the mashed potatoes. They're delicious. Can't go wrong with mashed potatoes. But what does mashed potatoes need in order to be great? It needs gravy. And that's CeeDee Lamb. Zach's starting him too. It's the stack. The Thanksgiving stack that we all know and love. Mashed potatoes and gravy. They're probably going to do pretty okay against Washington. I expect big things from that. Stuffing. That goes good with gravy too. That's Tony Pollard. The gravy is the star of the show in that one as well too, man. That stuffing's delicious, but you gotta get it. Gotta get a little moist. The gravy's, you gotta have it. Tony Pollard, the stuffing. And then on Washington's side, well, you got Terry McLaurin. Nick's starting Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be your broccoli casserole. Because Washington is the broccoli. It's kind of gross by itself. But once you mix in the cheese and the Ritz crackers and somehow broccoli magically transforms into greatness, well, that's Terry McLaurin. He's amazing. Throw him the ball and good things happen. Terry McLaurin is the broccoli casserole. Good for you, Nick. I'm glad you get to start him. Brian Robinson. What's better than all the sides we've mentioned so far? It's the mac and cheese. And he's going to have to be the best mac and cheese in Thanksgiving history if Washington has a chance of winning this game. Got to get that run game going. They've loved feeding him the rock. Gibby's been banged up, so he's getting it more and more and more. Brian Robinson is going to be this year's mac and cheese. You got to go back for seconds and thirds if we have any chance of winning the game. Hopefully he gets in the end zone quite a bit. And I have somebody playing in this game too. It's Logan Thomas. If Logan Thomas is the side dish, Logan Thomas is going to be the rolls. Because I hope he rolls into the end zone this week. Goodness gracious. All right, let's move on to the next one. It is the 49ers visiting the Seahawks. So, we have some more sides to get to because, like I said, it's a lot. And we also have the main course here. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Seth and Paul are hoping they can get it together on the same week. It's usually one or the other. So they're the sweet potato casserole because you always put it on your plate. And it's wonderful, but it's sweet. And it's pretty rich. And you usually don't go back for seconds. But every once in a while, a second helping is pretty nice. So maybe both of them get it going this week. But it's probably going to be one or the other. So, sweet potato casserole for the Seattle receivers. Let's see. Seth is starting George Kittle. George Kittle's going to be the green beans. He looks like he eats his vegetables. And they're not that good. George Kittle. Then you have the main course, and that is also held by Seth. It's Brock Purdy. He's going to be the ham, the spiral ham, because you're going to get two pieces. You're going to put him on your plate. He's probably going to throw 2 touchdowns. Brock Purdy, he's pretty reliable. He's the ham. And if he's the ham, Christian McCaffrey is the freaking turkey. Nate drafted him first overall, and all he's done has been the best running back in the league. Christian McCaffrey is the turkey. Shoot, Christian McCaffrey is the turkey with the cranberry sauce. That's Christian McCaffrey. He's amazing. I expect big things against Seattle out of him. And then you have a couple receivers on the 49ers squad. You have Brandon Ayuk. Chris is starting him. And Derek is starting Deebo Samuel. This is going to be the pumpkin and the pecan pie. I don't know which one's which. Shoot, I'll let you decide. It's your holiday. Daggone it. But they're the pie. And you always have room for pie. I think they'll have a decent game as well. 49ers, I think it's a good pick this week. Just weird feeling. So, that was all the Thursday games. But we do have a Friday game, a Black Friday game. Thank you, Amazon, for this delicious treat. Because what's good on Friday? Leftovers. And we have 4 guys going in the leftover bowl. We have Garrett Wilson. Now, Garrett Wilson's going to be the mashed potatoes. They're not as good as they were the first time you saw them, the first time you had them. But they're still all right. As long as you can find some gravy, they're going to be fine. That's Garrett Wilson. He is leftover mashed potatoes. But Jalen Waddle, man, this dude, you just never know when he's going to go off. Hasn't been much this year, but he's been a little banged up. But mac and cheese the second day, always good. I think Jalen Waddle will have a fine game. I will. I do. I think he'll have a fine game. Nate's going to be pleased with this one. But not as pleased as Derek holding on to Tua Tagovailoa. I think they're going to have to throw the ball to get it done. I don't think they're going to run on the Jets defense. So it's going to be Tua. And Tua is the turkey and the ham leftovers. You just keep going back. It's the fridge. It's Friday. Shoot, it might not even be Friday. It's probably Thursday night, and you just got a little hungry again, and you reach back in and you grab a little piece of turkey. Grab a little piece of ham. That's going to be Tua. All day Friday. Just chunk to Jalen Waddle. Chunk to available running back, whoever that is right now. Who knows? But probably a lot of them are going to go to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is what I like to make, well, what I like to call the leftover sandwich. It's when you take the roll and you put the turkey on it. And then you throw on a little mashed potatoes. And then you put the stuffing on top of that. Then you top it with some cranberry sauce. And then you hit it with the gravy, if you have any left over. Not necessary, but wonderful if you do. And then you top it off with another roll. And then you just... Thanksgiving leftover sandwich. Delicious. That's Tyreek Hill. He's all of it. He is all of it. He's amazing. I don't even know if he's really human. That is Tyreek Hill. He is the leftover Thanksgiving sandwich. Thanksgiving leftover sandwich. That sounds better. We'll go with that. That's what they are. That's what he is. It's whatever. This is what I said. This is the menu. How can I forget Zach Charbonnet? Ugh, he's the wine. He's the Thanksgiving wine. And it doesn't matter if it's a Chardonnay or a Cabernet. It's Zach Charbonnet. And man, Paul's happy he has that guy. He's got some juice. I think he'll have an okay game. I mean, he's got a tough matchup against San Francisco. But you got to love the idea of his opportunity moving forward. Yeah, Zach Charbonnet. Anyway, guys, that was the Thanksgiving episode. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Before you go, I just want to let you know I'm thankful that you all let me do this show each and every week. It is one of the most fun things I do. I love having the platform to joke around with a couple of the guys, and I'm happy you all watch it. To be honest with you, that makes my day when I see the views go up. But I'm thankful for being in this league with you all. That's really what makes it great. I hope you all feel the same. And until Sunday, Mother Cuppers. Good luck.